You guys have no idea how much it means that you came tonight. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
When I was growing up, my dad was always singing, playing bass, playing piano. My mother was always singing, and we always had the oldies station on, so I grew up knowing all the old stuff and loving the old stuff, and it felt real good, and I remember I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. I still remember the exact night I moved to Brooklyn, and it was, from the get-go, it was one of the most stressful, hardest things I've ever done in my life. And I just stayed in the writing room, in my music room, the tiny little music room we had, and I just wrote, and every song was just basically like, oh my God, I'm scared. What am I doing here? I miss home. Like, all the lyrics were very, very obvious what was going on. But slowly but surely I started to come out of it, and I made some really good friends, and that started to shape, musically where I started going, seeing what other people were doing, seeing what they were writing about. I started to write, more personal songs, and really kind of took shape from there. In Brooklyn and New York City, there's a lot of venues and places and people who want something original, unique, creative, and there's a lot more opportunity to do what you do. No matter what you do musically, there's probably some place here in the city that you can do it, even if it's on a subway platform. That's one of the greatest things about New York is you can literally pack your guitar up, go down into the subway and start playing something, and that's great. From the second you wake up to the second you go to bed, it's overwhelming. Every stimuli is just overwhelmed with things, and that's the cliche thing. There's only one New York. That's true. Everywhere I go, there's something going on that I'd like to write about. There's someone saying a one-liner that's absolutely hilarious that I want to write about. There's always inspiration, be it good or bad, coming at you all times.
Truth in my eyes, nature can't lie. Look and see. Right in their blue, like moon near you, they'll show you where you be. I can't lie and say we're in there. You can't lie and say you won't stay right here. Have so much to say. First of all, I love you for each day. Oh, I forget the bad. I forget the bad.
Oh, it was right.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's it. Whatever you're doing, was that 1 and 3? You were doing what? You were just.
I changed it up to where I was.
That's the thing about being a 21st century musician is the income. You have a lot more opportunity. Back in the day, it was basically, record sales, touring, and merch. That's kind of, the three biggies. I'm in a good position, in a somewhat unique position, whereas I own all my own royalties. I've had some luck with TV placements. I've had some songs on TV, and any time that there's a song on TV, I am getting all of the income because I own all the writers and the publishers. So there's money there. There's money from gigs. I mean, I play a lot of gigs. I play my solo gigs, duo gigs. I play a lot of gigs on drums. I'm trying to get to a point where I can be comfortable as opposed to surviving. I'm still, struggling to pay my rent, but I'm struggling to pay my rent doing what I love to do.
What if I walk away? Wouldn't get very far after just one step. It'd just be too hard, and I don't know where this will lead, 'cause I can't see past what's in front of me.
my advice to someone who is, entering the industry right now would be, there's a lot of different ways to make a living as a musician. You don't have to be a writer to be a great musician. You don't have to be a great musician to be a great writer. I would say find what you really feel your passion is, work your ass off at it to get as best as you can, and when you get as best as you can, keep working, and be as genuine as you possibly can.
Can you just let down all your fears?
Any musician's gonna go through crazy struggles. I've been through mine. How the hell am I paying my rent? I don't have health insurance and I have a cough. What the hell am I gonna do now? I'm playing this gig that I worked my ass off on to get people, and there's 3 people at this gig. We're only getting half of what they promised us. We have a flat tire on the road. You name it. They're there, and you just gotta deal with them because they're gonna keep coming up. Even I think A-listers are gonna have a lot of problems, a lot less than me, but they're still gonna have their problems. So I would say, roll with them because they're gonna keep coming. Write about it.
But you're waiting for someone. What if it's me? You can wait a long time, but I think that you'll find nothing's as good, nothing's as good as this can be.